David Benavidez versus Oleksandr Gvozdyk. Now the winner of this fight will get a chance to fight the winner of the Bivol versus Benavidez fight. But who will actually win this fight? Well, let's take a look at their latest performances, in which David Benavidez fought Caleb Plant, in which Caleb Plant did great in the early rounds until David Benavidez started letting his hands go and completely destroyed Caleb Plant in the later rounds and won by decision.
And still, the undefeated.
After this, David Benavidez went on to fight Demetrius Andrade, in which Demetrius Andrade started off very fast in the early rounds until David Benavidez dropped him in round 4.
Big right hand, and down goes Andrade.
Then put more punishment on Demetrius Andrade in rounds 5 and 6, and Demetrius Andrade quit on the stool at the end of round 6.
Guys, I'm not going to watch that again, all right?
Now let's take a look at Alexander's latest performances, in which he fought Ricards, in which both went back and forth until Alexander TKO'd him in round 6. Now after this, he went on to fight Isaac Rodriguez, in which he knocked him out in round 2.
Now, David Benavidez has the biggest balls in the sport of boxing, and that's because he stuck to his word and his father's word, as during the lead up to the fight with Demetrius Andrade, they said that if Canelo doesn't show any interest in giving them a fight, then they'll go up to 175 and fight either Better BF or Bivol, which obviously he's not fighting either of them, but that's because both Better BF and Bivol are scheduled to fight this year. But he's still fighting a very good opponent who has 20 wins, with 16 coming by way of knockout, and only has 1 loss, and that was against the one and only Better BF. So how is David Benavidez going to stack up against Oleksandr at 175? Well, hear me out. I believe that David Benavidez is most likely going to stop Oleksandr, and here's why. And that is because although when Alexander did lose against Better BF back in 2019, then came back until 2023, he had 3 fights last year, winning all in great fashion. Even with that great comeback, he is 36 years old, and although he is a big guy, David Benavidez is also a pretty big guy, as he looks like a monster in all of his fights, so size is definitely not going to be a problem. And with David Benavidez' punch output, defense, skill, and overall IQ, I do believe that he stops and beats Oleksandr. So in the end, if this fight does happen and David Benavidez does end up winning this fight, what is he most likely going to do next? Well, I doubt he's going to bother going back to 168 unless it's for Canelo, so most likely he's going to continue to keep on fighting great fighters at 175, or he might just automatically get the winner between Bivol and Better BF.